My Jewish friend, we will not be reviewing your call today because we need to review other people's calls. But I need
Can we just like do the end of it? Because it's always the same thing. It's just the objection handling. Like always fails at the objection handling.
No. I would, but it's in the bylaws of the company policy. And as much as I'd love to go against the company policy, I can't. So we're going to be doing something, it's not unorthodox, but I'm going to test it. And so you guys will see. Let me see if I can share my screen. Oh, I might have to do that. I cancel that. All right, can I share my screen? Entire screen. Can you guys see this? Is this gonna work? Yes, it is. Wonderful. You guys can see this, yeah? Oh, fuck. Is the sound gonna work? Tell me if you guys can hear this.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so I'm located in New York right
Yeah?
Yeah.
now.
Wonderful. So, Kenneth, we're kicking off with your dog shit. Yeah?
Okay.
So, ready to get started?
Yes.
Why wouldn't she be ready to get started?
You're right. She's probably ready. I don't know why I asked.
Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and if it sounds like you're a good fit, I'll explain the program and how it works, and at the end, you can decide if you want to be part of it or not. Does that sound good?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So my first question is, can you just
Why did you have to clarify your first question? It's obviously going to be your first question. You don't need to clarify it. You can
Okay.
just
Okay.
what motivated you to put this time aside and take this call with me?
You were nice to talk to and just, out of curiosity, really.
Okay. So yeah, I wanna know what do you do right now, dude?
so fucking stupid. What did you ask her? What did
was
you
it?
ask? What did you ask her?
What motivated? Oh, and then after, I think, what do you do to get leads?
No. What did you just ask her now? The first question.
Why did she join the call?
What is the point of the first question?
It was on the script.
Useless. Why do we ask people, why do they help and record us?
To find their problem.
I need a better answer. Igor.
Well, if they wouldn't need any help, then they probably wouldn't even respond to the outreach.
So what do we
there's
need?
there's a reason that they booked the call, and it's probably because they have an issue in their business.
Yes, and we need to clarify that. It's not because you're a fucking nice guy that this woman's wasting her time, because if that's the case, you don't want to work with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenneth, when you ask a question, get the fucking answer.
Okay.
Get leads and buy.
My dearest friend.
Do we always have to ask this question, or can we just because straight away just go to how do you currently get your leads?
No, ask that first question first, because you need to understand that everyone's clear on the call, what you're there for.
Mm-hmm. So what motivated you to jump on this call with me today? That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple ways to ask that. Why have you taken time out of your busy day? I know you're busy. Why are you speaking to me? Etc. Etc.
What is my current, how do I get leads?
Yeah. So do you have any system? Do you run ad?
When they ask a question, just say yes. You don't have to yes.
Okay.
Or
So I'm a part of a team, and
Okay.
part of our contract is that they procure leads for us. So our team lead has a couple of websites that feeds us leads. Our primary system and the sync system, Commissions Inc. And then, of course, my personal sphere of influence.
okay. And how are the leads that your company provides?
I mean, most of them are not warm, because usually when they go into those sites, they're going into several different sites, and the Naples market is a very different market. We're like a vacation home market.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to buy. And so when you have a time like this where, people are concerned about buying or they're holding back, they don't really feel the need that they just want to wait it out, wait the market out. So we're in a very particular market here in Naples. Most cities have people, obviously we do have some, but we have a smaller percentage of people that have to move, for work or different things. We're not like a big job market here. It's primarily like people's second home or their winter home or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop saying fucking okay. I think I've told you this before. You like the word okay too much. Stop using it.
So
Just move,
how do I?
just move on to the next question.
Oh,
If that's-
okay. Just don't even.
Either mirror what they say. Do you want me to explain what mirroring is?
No, I know what it is.
What is mirroring?
So you just copy the tonality or like the way they speak.
So you're gonna say like she says No, mirroring is when you say the last few words of someone's sentence to highlight to them that you've listened to them. It's a tactic in order to not say anything and get people to like you. All you have to do is say the last fucking few words that they say, and they'll keep talking. My Jewish friend.
So you said say the last few words. Could you give me an example, from playing this? Because you wouldn't just repeat the words, but you would rephrase it a bit.
Rephrase it a bit.
I don't know. Could you give me an example?
Give you an example.
And then you ask the questions or what?
That's all it is. Yes.
Okay.
I literally mirrored your last sentence that you said, and then you carried on fucking talking. Then I mirrored it again. Carry on fucking talking. Carry on talking. It results in people giving out a lot of information.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just play with personality, either sounding confused or excited, etc., and people just keep fucking opening their mouth and speaking.
But when do I sound confused? When do I sound like I shouldn't sound excited just for nothing? What's my normal tonality? If it's just neutral.
When I say excited, it's when you do it with anybody. You could go to an event and just mirror people, and people will love you, right? When I decide to do that, I can get people to love me. All I have to do is not share my opinions and mirror. And everyone has fucking wonderful things. It's mainly not sharing my life opinions that makes a big impact, but mirroring last few words that they say and just silence. And they will keep on talking.
Well, it's genius.
And so, usually people tend to buy a house around January, February, March, maybe even up to April. And
what the fuck are you talking about?
I just completely pulled that shit out of my ass. Sorry.
You pulled it from the other sales school. You're talking about one specific agent. Don't do that shit.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't
okay.
You're trying to pretend like you have knowledge based on one agent, but there's too many variables you don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah? And you're basically just saying, is it true you only get business in one part of the year? And if she contradicts you, you seem like an idiot.
Okay.
Sound like what you're going through?
Yeah, our population here in Naples more than doubles in those months in the winter. Because we have all the snowbirds here, and you do have a lot of people vacationing that become interested in buying something here.
How the fuck has that question that you've asked pulled out any pain points? All you've done is waste time. You asked a benign question that doesn't mean anything. She's not just giving you random bits of information about the market.
Yeah.
But it just depends, each year is different, right? Like 2022 was really,
Leo,
How do you ask people a question? So you want to know the problem, but how do you do it the best?
there's multiple ways to do it, but it's more speaking about what they're doing, what they're not doing, what their targets are, why haven't they hit their targets, why aren't they doing this, why are they doing that, do they know where their business is coming from?
Okay.
busy for realtors. 2021 and this year it's just slow, kind of the whole year around. It's kind of been slow because, you know, people are thinking that the market is going to fail and that they're going to then get something cheap. And a lot of people who want to buy in Naples, they're waiting for prices to come down to the more pre-COVID prices, and they're not going that low. So there's just a lot of factors at play.
Okay, and you meant 2023, right? Not 2021.
No, 2021 and 22 were very busy years.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of asking stupid questions like that, why don't you ask her, with the market slowing, what are you doing to keep the business going?
Okay.
But again, you ask a benign question, not being able to pull anything from it. You're using up your questions here, Kenneth, using them up very quickly.
Okay. And do you know how much it costs?
Can you take and just take them out of your fucking vocabulary?
I'll try.
You'll succeed.
I will.
You to get a lead or a buyer or seller?
I mean, for me, there's no upfront cost, but there is time involved. Because I'm working the leads for our team. The team is giving me the leads for free.
Right.
But ultimately, I'm splitting my commission with them in half. So, yeah.
Okay. And okay, so your problem would be more like talking to qualified leads. Because so you're
Where the fuck did you pull that from? Based on the entire qualification, the whole qualification, where did you pull that from?
No,
Are you doing
I think it's more like I just wanted her to just say it, just so that, you know, like, just so that, oh, like I could help you. I think I was just trying to force it. That's what I
Why?
was going. I have no clue.
It's the equivalent of you speaking to a girl and just out of nowhere. So you like Asian guys?
Oh, that doesn't work.
Well, where the
Okay,
fuck did
okay,
where
okay,
the fuck did it
okay.
come from? Where did it come from?
I don't know. Yeah, all right.
You're doing a Jewish thing. The Jew does this. Yes, don't do this.
Okay.
you spend a lot of time talking to time wasters.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time talking to people who are just browsing. Or they're waiting 1 to 3 years. You know, they're thinking about Naples for the future. You know, most of the leads are like that. They're just registering on the website because they're browsing. You know, they're not serious buyers most of the time.
Okay.
And you're not even going to ask her, what do you do to avoid that?
No.
So I just want like a number out of how many leads you talk to.
This is brutal. Okay.
Elias W.
Okay, like percentage of people who are genuinely interested.
I don't know what the percentage is. It's probably less than 5%.
Okay.
You know, because they're just
Why are you saying okay all the fucking time? Every time she's speaking and there's a second silence. Okay.
So do I just sit in silence instead of
Just shut
and
the fuck
ask
up.
it?
What value does okay on repeat do? Except make you sound like an idiot.
I mean, wouldn't I want to let her know that I heard her? Because a lot of time, like, I just like.
Go for it. Don't use the fucking word okay. Use variations of the word that make you sound smart, not retarded. Okay. Okay. Okay, and useless.
Registering because I just want to browse.
Okay, so
Okay.
you would say like around like 1 out of 20 people that you talk to.
Yeah,
Okay, and doesn't that take up a lot of time from you?
it does, but I think that's kind of the name of the game of real estate. You know, you put a lot of time in and you hope to get some return, but it's a lot of, you know, time over task over time.
Yeah. Okay. And how many deals have you closed so far last year?
So I used to live and work in California, and I was working in a commercial real estate office. When I moved to Florida in 2020, I didn't get my license here until last year. So my first closings were this year in January. I've had 2 this year. I had 1 more, but it didn't work out because the wetland report came back too high. But so I've had 2 this year.
Okay, so 1 in January and 1 in, what about the other?
One was in April.
April, okay.
Yeah, I would have had 1 in June, but it just didn't close.
What happened to that?
The land was deemed 100% wetland, so after like 35 days, the client had to pull out of the contract.
Okay, and how many, so when did you get your license last year? What month?
I got it in August, and
Okay.
then I was out of the country for.
Why are you asking stupid questions?
I think a lot of questions I'm just like stalling because I'm like thinking of other questions to ask.
You haven't asked one good one. How long are you stalling
No.
for? Is all of this stalling?
I guess I just didn't stall enough to find the good questions to ask.
And then I came back and just started, you know, more or less training, studying more the area. And then I started taking clients around in November.
In November, okay.
And I had my first closing like Jan 4th.
Okay, so you closed 2 deals in about, it's January, and 8 months around, right? Since you started last November?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's kind of a zero-sum game right now, so we'll see.
okay.
Yeah.
And what's your goal for 12 months? How many, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask. How much, each deal, what was the listing price?
They were 344 and 525.
And 525, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, what's your 12 months goal from now?
I mean, I ideally would like to sell at least 1 property a month, but the market just hasn't been supporting it. Like we have a teammate, one of our team members last year or the year before, you know, he sold like 10 units, you know, at least a year. And then this year he hasn't gotten any sales. So it's just, he has lots of leads he's working with, but just people are very reluctant to buy right now for some reason. So, I mean, we know the reasons, but he had a very good like 21 and 22, and this year has been really not good, really challenging.
Really? Okay, because, you know, our clients across Florida, they seem like they're doing fine, especially this year. It doesn't, the market, it seemed like the market didn't really affect them.
Yeah, I think Naples is a very particular area. I don't know if you have people in Naples. I'm not saying there aren't any sales going on, but you know, Naples is like we're like a golf luxury retirement community pretty much. And you know, you do have people that want to buy, but it's not like before, you know, when when the prices were more reasonable, now you have people that do have cash to buy. But a lot of them are still in a very unrealistic zone. You know, they want a very certain house at a very particular price point, which is usually not at the current price point. They still want something that's closer to what prices.
You've done 10 minutes of just talking shit. Not a single thing has been achieved in these 10 minutes.
From the
What do you know? What are her weaknesses?
she has only closed 2 deals in
Oh, no.
8 months.
Why?
She said part of it is because of the market.
Yeah, and what are her weaknesses?
I have no clue.
It's been fucking 10 minutes.
Pre-COVID. So we're seeing a lot of very unrealistic buyers in terms of what they want for the amount of money they have available. That's another thing that's happening.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, we have a way to kind of filter out people who have unrealistic,
What did you say?
Price point. They still want something that's closer to what prices were pre-COVID. So we're seeing a lot of very unrealistic buyers in terms of what they want for the amount of money they have available. That's another thing that's happening.
okay. Yeah, and yeah, we have a way to kind of filter out.
We have a way to kind of filter out. We have a way to kind of filter out. Do I need to comment?
No.
People who have unrealistic,
But also question, do we? Is there a way? Okay. Just making sure. Okay.
Fucking useless.
especially like areas of Naples, I feel like you said, there are a lot of people who are expecting prices that are like during pre-COVID.
Fuck, I mean, just sure dog shit coming out your mouth.
So we have a
You
way.
literally contradict yourself by agreeing with her after saying that isn't the case with your other clients.
You're talking bullshit as well. It wasn't COVID that put the fucking prices up either. You know
Yeah,
she's
we
been
have-
talking bullshit the whole time about the area. But
That's
you
something
haven't.
you have to worry about.
Because if, let's say you're an ISA and you don't really know the Naples area.
Yeah.
It's very tricky because people will list things on the MLS at a certain price point and they'll show it being like a mile from the beach, being near Old Naples. And that's just the builder's like office address. It's not actually where the house is. And the house is actually like 10 or 15 miles inland. So we have people that get really confused with what they see online on the maps. And, you know, somebody who tried to be in Old Naples or in that zip code is not going to find anything new construction for under, say, 2-3 mil. But online on the MLS, it's showing new construction at like 494 or 500K. But they're not showing them in the exact locations. And so it's really tricky for people out of state to understand sort of how Naples is set up, like what are the pockets that are very expensive and why. And then, you know, I took a lady around recently, she wanted new construction under 500K. So I took her into those areas and she's like, this is way too far away from the ocean. This is way too far away from Old Naples. And so she decided not to buy because what she wants in her price point is double the amount of money she has. So this is kind of, if somebody doesn't really know the Naples area, they're not going to be able to realistically guide people into the areas with the price point that they can, you know, attain, that they have. So it's, you know, that's a challenging thing. Like if, say you're out of New York and you don't know, like we have like 100 different gated communities. You know, you have luxury golf, you have bundled golf, you have non-golf, and if you don't really understand the specifics of those, it's hard to guide people because a lot of the people here are golfers, but they want a specific type of golf package, a specific amount of waiting list and things like that. So it's a very different diaspora that we're serving in Naples typically.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have people that can afford that, that can afford the money.
So I want to ask you this then. So there are a lot of agents in Naples. What makes you stand out of all those agents?
Absolutely fucking nothing. She closed 2 fucking deals.
I have a question. I don't understand the point of the conversation right now. I thought she has already taught in the first 2 minutes her paintball that she don't have enough leads and she's putting the reason for the market, but she just don't have enough leads. That's the problem, right? So, right, she should talk about the leads, right?
Yes, well done, Baguette. You fucking worked it out.
Because like I'm not getting the point. Like they're talking about the market, but the market are not gonna change through the conversation. So,
Very
shouldn't he pitch his offer at least?
Yes, well done. She's blaming the market for her failings and he's just leaning into it and not fucking going back to the point.
Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Sorry, could you repeat?
Kenneth, you
like,
fucked up. You've just been talking about the fucking market like a retard when you should be talking about why the fuck she isn't doing something to battle it.
okay,
Except waiting for her agency to help her when all they've done is given her 2 fucking leads.
okay.
They've given her 2 deals in 8 months. Why is she happy with that? Why isn't she doing more? Why isn't she going out herself to get more deals? What has she tried? What hasn't she tried? Does she want to succeed, or does she want for other people who are fucking useless to keep her waiting?
Okay.
Ismael, just a quick question. So how many questions do you normally ask? So just generally.
I don't. It's not. There's no specific. Oh, I picked 10 questions. I have to move on. It's pull paint for as long as you can and swap it over to the presentation.
But like at one point it's getting too long. Like in this conversation, it's like too much and it's a bit, unnecessary.
Nothing's been achieved. Nothing's been achieved. This is
Full pain for as long as possible, as long as it's sustainable. Like,
yes, but nothing's been achieved on the score.
So
can
based
you
on
give me like an average number? Like,
I got
No,
1.
rave reviews. I mean, most of our buyers are out of state, and my first 2 closings, the buyers were out of state. So the one set of buyers came in and I took them to like 30 different listings. Because they had no idea where they wanted to be in this Florida or Southwest Florida. So we really explored. And then they went home to Tennessee. My other buyers were from Chicago. And because they're not here, there has to be a lot of like white glove type service where you are sort of doing everything on the ground for them.
Then you ask her, well, you didn't receive a lot of money for all that work. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with 6,000 from all that work? Are you happy receiving 10,000 for all that work? In 8 months, you've made what? 1,000, 1.5? Are you happy? Is that what you wanted when you got into real estate? You're not happy? So why are you actively doing anything to change it? Why are you waiting for other people? Also, my Jewish friend, yes? If you've asked 3 questions and you've been able to pull out all the pain you need, you move forward. But if you haven't been able to crack it, you ask more questions until you crack it.
it goes straight to the presentation once I achieve all the pain points.
Yes.
So would you like me to show you what I would do if I was to help you? Or
and just doing all the things that normally they might take a part in that, but you were actually putting that over for them because they're not here. So, both of those closings, they said they always felt communicating with, that I was always available for whatever the needs were for the home and the transaction.
Mhm.
So I feel like, when you have a closing going on, especially here, because you have to be so involved because the buyers are not in town. It kind of takes over your life for that month or two. But it's something I'm willing to do if it's, with a client who is ready and willing to go through the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say you want to do around one closing per month, correct?
Well, that would be a great start to get 12-year. Based on the current market, it doesn't really seem realistic, but that would be a goal.
This is painful.
Okay. I'm curious. So, what's stopping you from getting to the one deal a month?
Well, it's just what I said. We have a lot of leads that are just browsing. We have a lot of leads that are 1 to 3 years out, like when they're going to retire, so they are also just browsing. And we have a lot of unrealistic buyers, who want. Hello.
Hi, Sam again.
Hi.
How are
I'm
you?
trying to get through.
Kenneth, scale of 1 to 10 on dog shit, 100% dog shit. Terrible call. I feel bad for showing it to other people. I've wasted 15 minutes of people's lives.
Yeah, no, I'll admit that was like I just like during the call I was like, okay, like
Dog
it's
shit.
bad.
Pure dog shit.
Good. You said 2, so I'm glad you guys put that 100 reminders.
Yeah. We do like to be a bit pragmatic on it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get you in there. Yeah, how's that? Now we're upside down.
How about the tilt? There we go.
There, okay. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. So how's the week been going so far?
Why are you trying to be a nice guy?
It was just something I saw from another sales guy that he said just spend 30 seconds, see if you can lower their guard a little bit before you bring the pay, and I thought it was worth giving it a try.
Good. Good. We had a routine appointment yesterday and staying busy now. So yeah, we're good.
I'm glad to hear it. So obviously, thank you very much for jumping on the call.
Why are you thanking them? You are the person who's going to bring them opportunity, and you're thanking them.
Yeah.
Wrong dynamic from the get-go.
Okay.
Really appreciate your time. I'd just like to go through a couple of questions, just kind of get a bit.
I would just like to. Why you? It's as though you're seeking permission. Why are you seeking permission?
Again, this was just another thing where I saw if you just quickly set the frame, it sets the direction for the call, and they don't start questioning, when's price, when's this, when's that. They know that's coming at the end once I've asked them all their questions. Again, I'm happy to get rid of that if that's.
But there's no correlation between what I said and what you said. Why are you asking permission to get started? Like it's the way you say it's too, it's sweet.
Okay.
How's that? Now we're upside
How
down.
about the tilt? There we go.
There, okay. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. So how's the week been going so far?
Good. Good. We had a routine appointment yesterday and staying busy now. So yeah, we're good.
I'm glad to hear it. So obviously, thank you very much for jumping on the call. Really appreciate your time. I'd just like to go through a couple of questions, just kind of get a bit.
I would just like to go through. That's the issue there. Or you adjust it. The way I handle these calls, typically, I would like to get to know you, see if you're a good fit. Based on that, I'll show you the presentation.
Okay.
And you don't flirt with them, do you?
There was one opportunity where I thought about it later, and I was like, I probably should have, but
Terrible.
yeah.
Your situation, see how your business is going, and basically just understand, how we can help.
What a bitch. What a bitch. I just want to know more about your business, and if I can help, I'll help. Are you here to make money or help people? You don't sound trustworthy. How many people do you know are in business just to help people?
Yeah.
You're here to make money, and you need them to make money for you to make money. And that is trustworthy. It's cunty, but it's trustworthy.
Okay.
And whether or not we'd be a good fit, and then we can do the presentation sort of down the line, if that's okay.
Sure.
Amazing. So, I mean, first of all, what made you jump on the call with me today?
Because you were polite yesterday. And business was a little bit slow, and I felt like maybe you had something to offer we wanted to hear.
Okay, business is slow. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but
Well,
do you know what?
it's not, the market, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
market.
slow. I mean, I think we're probably doing as well as most people. It's just the market, the interest rates, all of that. People are sitting on the sidelines for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. And then in terms of sort of what would your usual look like?
And what have you been doing to counter that? What extra work have you been putting in to counter that?
Okay.
What steps do you have in place to get more business?
Obviously, aside from interest rates.
Well, I mean, actually, we have 4 closings this month, so it's pretty good, but we're,
Yeah.
we're slow at the moment.
We're not, you don't have a lot going forward.
Yeah. I mean, we close what, 18 a year?
Yeah, it's not like.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then
Why are you saying amazing?
Yeah.
If
Again,
you
I
say
think
amazing, what the fuck is the point of view if you think what they do is amazing?
Yeah. Silence is key.
what kind of value are you looking at in terms of sort of house values? Whereabouts do you operate within Nashville?
Usually 900 and above. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, our average is usually about 900. I mean, we have some lower ones, but it's usually about 900 up.
No, that makes sense. I've actually been to Nashville only once. Would like to come back again. But
It's
yeah,
crazy.
it is. Big music fan as well, so that always helps.
I can tell that you are like, look at your eyes here. What's wrong with you?
That's me looking more at the picture of the Zoom rather than at the camera.
Whereabouts do you operate within Nashville?
Usually 900 and above. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, our average is usually about 900. I mean, we have some lower ones, but it's usually about 900 up.
No, that makes sense. I've actually been to Nashville only once. Would like to come back again. But
It's
yeah,
crazy.
What the fuck is this face?
Yeah, I think I'll just turn camera off next time.
No, camera's on fine, but I can tell that you're forcing a lot. Yes, and you're forcing a lot because you're changing your personality for them to like you.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just something that I used to do in my profession. If you change your behavior, you tend to get the answers that you needed quicker from the people that you spoke to.
But what happens when someone like me sees it and can see that it's fucking fake? Look at your eyes. Not believable. Be you. Be comfortable being a dick. What are your problems? Do not compliment them.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let's keep going.
it is. Big music fan as well, so that always helps.
Irrelevant information. No one cares about your music. Also, why didn't you tell them I went to Nashville to meet a client?
Yeah, should have added that in.
You've been to Nashville, had to go see a client. And you can talk about Nashville then, right? That could be useful if utilized that way.
Okay.
So in terms of obviously you said that there's not a lot coming up. Is a lot of your business driven on referrals?
Can you please stop saying you say it a lot.
Yeah.
Or like how do you drive?
And stop saying how do you drive? You're stuttering on your words. Don't do that. Relax, breathe, be yourself. It's better to be silent and pensive than stuttering.
Forward upcoming deals?
I would say referrals, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think it's mostly.
Mostly referrals. Past business referrals.
Okay, so mostly word of mouth.
Yes, we don't advertise. We're not social media gurus. We don't do any of that.
Okay, have
We're
you tried
old school.
anything else? Old school. Hey,
Yeah, no, we paid for some Facebook ads that were terrible. The leads were horrible.
Why are you laughing? It's like the second or third time you fake laugh. Why?
Again, like you said, that's probably just trying to mirror with them and align with them rather than just being a dick and taking it.
No, but you're being a dick because you're lying and changing your behaviors to suit them. What you're doing is manipulative. And you're not doing it that well. Do you get my point?
Yeah.
But your goal is not to be liked, it's to be trusted. Doesn't matter if they fucking like you, if they have a problem and they need you to fix it.
Yeah.
We did, we did Zillow.
Zillow for a hot minute.
They took our money and ran with $180,000 listing. And then we actually have
$180,000 listings. Do you know how much you would have made off that?
Barely $4,000, $5,000 maybe.
2,000.
What, on the 2%?
2,000 to 4,000.
Yeah.
Minus brokerage fees, minus Zillow, nothing.
Yeah.
we paid another company and the leads have been, I'd say pretty not great at all. We have one out of like 20 that's decent. That it's not, you know.
That's actually interested in big game.
I feel like what happens with this company, and this is what I would ask, it's almost like a bait and hook. Like they're acting like they're going to buy their house, and they're saying, "Oh, we'll have someone local give you a price," but I think they think we're coming in to buy their house possibly. So it's very what's the word? Deceptive, I would say.
Yes. So it sounds like you've given a couple of areas a go, and they've just kind of thrown everything in the kitchen sink at you.
Right.
You've had to find the diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So mainly the goal is to obviously generate new leads, obviously keep your referrals happy, and actually have quality leads rather than time wasting. In terms of sort of time to meet new leads, do you have capacity to sort of meet new leads, and sort of how many if you do?
Oh yeah, we have the capacity to meet. Yeah, I mean.
Why are you asking stupid questions? They literally said business is bad.
Only because I had one previously where they were like, "Oh, we might not have too many. So if you send, like a couple, I'd only have a chance to meet a couple." And so I thought it was maybe worth adding the question in.
One thing you guys have to like, Kenneth did this as well. Don't pull information from about other realtors to anyone else you're speaking to, or if it's a dentistry, don't pull it from information from one dentistry to another. If it's coaches, people are very, very different. Don't utilize one, or don't take a fear that one has and put it on everyone, because it's not accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we had 10, 20 new leads a month, we'd be thrilled. If you could convert a few of them every month.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, ultimately, Craig.
Can you stop fake fucking laughing? It's painful.
Just so you know, I mean, Michelle and I think if we could do 36 houses a year, we don't want to do 100. We don't want to do 100, but like 36 would be ideal. Or
What are these bitches talking about 36? It's through word of mouth. They're dependent on other fuckers. Nothing's really changing. So where the fuck are they getting their numbers from? You need to
think it's
humble
more-
them very quick.
I think this is more their goal. They're not saying they get 36. They say they averaged 18 last year. Their goal would be to get 36.
But you have to highlight that it's not in their fucking control because they don't do anything externally to get business in. They're currently word of mouth. They're not doing anything else. So what on earth are they expecting? For God to favor them?
So a good follow-up from the goal is obviously to emphasize again, take me out of the equation, because a lot of the clients will say their goal with you in mind. If you take me out, how are you going to do it? And that re-emphasizes their need for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Tell me.
Ismail, when they mention most of their leads are from word of mouth, what do you have to say in that situation? That they don't have control over their leads.
You have no control over how much money is coming in.
Okay.
1 month can be really good. 1 month can be really bad. If people decide not to speak about you, you're fucked.
Mm. And how do you turn that into a question?
Do you not want more
'Cause
control
you're
over your
like-
business? Okay. Do you not want more control over your business? Do you not want reliability? Do you not want to grow?
Of course.
And then you can also say, have you ever had any months where you've been really worried about paying bills? Have you ever had months where you are wondering when the next deal is? Nothing's coming in and you got worried. Do you like that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Alexander.
Yes. So once because they always say, "Oh, I'm a personal sphere of influence," and then if I say, "Okay, you have no control," they say, "Well, I do because I know how many people I talk to and offline events. I'll just go to more offline events." What do I say if they respond like this?
Say that again.
Like some of them say, "Yeah, offline events, networking, things like that." Like, how do I respond to them and tell them that there's no control over it and they can't monitor it? Like,
To date, how many events have you gone to since you got started? They'll say, I don't know. Give me a rough number. 35. How many deals have you closed from these events? 4. Do you think that's a good conversion rate when you put your time into the fact and the amount of people that you speak to, etc., etc.?
Do you think it's a good conversion rate, and then go from there?
Exactly.
And what other methods will you use to get more?
Exactly. And then tell them there's an 80-20 rule. It looks like you're spending 80% of your time on bullshit. Do you not want to spend it on 20% that's actually going to move you forward, rather than feeling good about meeting people and hoping that someone might knock on your door?
Perfect. Thank you.
So you look to sort of almost double sort of where you're at currently. Okay, I think that's completely reasonable. Fuck me.
What do you mean that's reasonable? Why are you making these people sound like they're competent people? It doesn't help you.
Just ignore, don't comment on their goal. Just go straight back to, well, how are you going to do it?
Exactly.
Fuck
What
them.
on earth are you going to change? They'll say, that's why we're speaking to you. No, imagine I wasn't here. What are you going to do? What are you actively doing to grow? Because what
Go
about
back to a lot of this shit that I was saying here, I was thinking if I pulled that into the pitch part, might have helped in the convincing part, but not at this stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's a completely fair goal. We with some of our realtors that we do work with, obviously they'll be easily doubled, if not done slightly better. It depends on capacity and obviously your demands. But just to double check, do you want buyers and sellers, or is it predominantly one side, or?
Well, see, this is a big conversation because, there's a lawsuit, class action lawsuit against.
You sound like a guy in the friend zone. Do you get what I mean?
I did, yeah.
You don't sound like someone who's serious, someone who knows that they can get business. You literally said, we normally double their business, but if they want more, we do more. What do you want? Right? you need to be, this is what we do, this is how we do it. I need to know about you. I'm here to make money. I need the maths. I need the figures. You're not being realistic. I don't work. It's similar to this, right? Imagine you're meeting people. Okay, this would be my context. I meet two people, right? And they want to tell me about their business plan. And they say, oh, if we do this and this, we're gonna make millions. And I'm like, okay, yeah. No, that's fucking retarded. Like, what the fuck do you think you're talking about? Come back the fuck down to earth. What did you do the previous year? Oh, we did 14. And then you did 19. So what the fuck do you think is going to happen that's going to get you to get 36? How are you doing your maths? Do you want to be realistic? What is your step-by-step plan? Because if you don't have a step-by-step plan, you're just guessing numbers. I don't like people who guess numbers. Okay, cool. So you don't have a plan. Okay. Then you make them feel insecure and weak. And then you come with solution.
Yeah, I actually reviewed this morning, and the one rule that I made myself before this call started was basically don't mention anything about what we do, how we can help, anything. You just keep your mouth shut and basically until the end.
Okay.
And they are hearing that in the States where they're trying to get rid of buyer agents and all that. So I think for us,
We prefer sellers.
we prefer listings at this point because we don't know how long we're going to pay to the buyer agent.
No, of course. The good thing about obviously the ads that we run is you get a bit of both. But I mean, if you predominantly want sellers, then because we're in contact with you, we can limit obviously the number of buyers that we send you. So I mean, it's entirely up to you. We can send all of them and then see what the law does, see what the rules change. And obviously, if the rules change, then we can just completely switch.
It's the friend trying to get laid. I'll do everything for you. The guy who gets laid doesn't do shit. Right?
Yeah.
The dynamic between someone who can sell and it's two different human beings. One of them is I'm a cunt. This is what I do. Do you want it? Yes or no? The other one, I'll do everything for you. The guy who gets laid won't lift a finger. Maybe he'll look at her, but he'll also look at her friend. Why? Because he can. And the friend gives her all the attention in the world. The metaphor to this is you are the friend trying to get laid, and you don't get laid this way. And it's contradictory when you say, do you want buyers or sellers? And they say sellers. Oh, but we're going to get you buyers and sellers. What's the point of that question if you're going to contradict it afterwards?
Yeah.
Simple. Cool. We won't send you any buyers. We'll only send you sellers. There's going to be less, but that's what we'll send you.
Yeah.
Leo.
And I want to add that he is probably limiting himself because, like, he's putting himself in a bad situation. Like yesterday, they only wanted sellers. So why do you put yourself in a bad situation of only being able to provide them with sellers if you could just provide them with buy and seller and so close more deals?
You raise the price of the sellers to compensate.
Okay.
Yes, Leo, I'm enjoying the fact that you're commenting on everyone's calls, and I can't wait to review your calls.
No, I'm just asking questions, just to learn.
When you limit the demand, so for example, another variable would be they only want a certain type. Let's say let's use two examples. In the housing, they only want someone 1 million and above. Cool, I'll do that. I'm going to increase my prices because I'm going to send you less, and there's going to be more work to do that, right? If someone wants to only work with luxury watches, I only want someone with a budget of 10,000 up. No worries, we'll do that. I'm increasing my prices.
Okay.
Right? And on top of that, I'm going to send the people less prices to other people because you don't want them. So I'm going to sell them to somebody else.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Right? Because we're businessmen and businesswomen. Right? They don't want it? Cool. I can sell shit to other people. Because that's how you need to think. Right? Now, it's come to my conclusion, we've got 5 more minutes left, that all of you are really dog shit. Yes? So, what I wanted tomorrow, and Kian, if you can give me some ideas on this then, is I want everyone, specific to your niche, to have a list of questions for me and pull a motion. right? You'll have all the time to fucking prepare in the world. I'm going to make it difficult for you. Every single person here needs to have questions to ask me. Does anybody have any issues with this? Alex?
What exact kind of questions? You mean objections? Or
Someone explain to my Jewish friend what I'm talking about.
He will put up a front and basically you're going to role play and you just have to keep asking questions to identify the pain, the problem.
So he's gonna play a realtor, and we just like try to. Okay.
Yeah, it will depend on everybody. You may be a realtor, you may not be a realtor. You may be a watch specialist, you may be stylist, etc., etc. I want everyone on this call to have questions ready, even if it takes a bit longer. The second I see that you're being a bitch, you lose. Right now,
basically script. Okay, but we adapt it slightly to your needs, essentially.
yes. Now, you're not trying to sell me, so nobody should fucking struggle here. This should not be difficult. Igor today got very excited speaking to a man who bats in the wrong direction. Yes? There's no reason to get nervous. I'm a man. Yes? Layla, if you get nervous, we understand. I am a very high quality man. So, and let's bring it down to the final questions.
Is it going to be a role play tomorrow, or just ask question directly to find your payment?
That is what role play is.
Okay.
So you can ask questions. I'm going to answer. Cool.
Ismael.
I'm so happy that you went next because I'm going to kick you out straight away. Tell me.
No, do Kenneth first. He raised his hand first.
Okay, so you said how just charge more if they're more picky. So then, do you tell them that, oh, I'm gonna increase my price, or do you just go along with it and just not tell them that I increased?
Either one. Either one, right? If they only want sellers, just say cool, and just put a higher price point for sellers. You can go through both routes. Both of them would work if done properly. Yeah.
Okay.
Say, look, you're a little bit more fussy. It's going to be a little bit more work, so we're going to send you less, but of higher quality. So I'm going to increase the pricing. Right?
Okay.
Simple.
Okay.
Or you just say, look, I'm happy to do it. This is how much it's going to cost.
All right. Thank you.
Next.
Yes. So if I have a starter question, so I always start with the same thing. So the way I handle these meetings is first ask some questions and then we move on to the presentation. Then sounds good, right? This is how I start.
Multiple ways to start it. One good example for you is, look, I'll be honest. I'm on this call to make money, right? I want to partner up with people who make money. So I want to see if you're a good fit for my business. And if you are, I'll let you know what we do. And if you like it, we get started.
Really, should have really started like this with money and stuff.
Next.
A lot of people seem to straight up, like they, even on the cold calls, they're like, look, I'll join a call, but no upfront fee at all. Like, regardless. Some of them I've hung up on. Some of them I'm like, is it worth even going through to the call on? If you didn't charge an upfront fee and they were still a good agent, what would you? Because you obviously cap it at 30%, but is that like the most you do, or do you just increase your lead price so like the number of leads you have to provide to hit that 30% reduces?
There's multiple ways to do it. Now you have to understand when it comes to realtors, a lot of them are broke. They're just fucking broke. Yeah. And let's say in this market, even more broke, the bulk of them. Yeah. So most people say, I don't have any upfront fees. A bunch of them can't even afford advertising. Right. Yep. So if you hang up on them, it's not an issue. Just go find people who don't have that issue. Right. Yep. Or you can restructure the deal because a lot of them is because of trust. I've been burnt before. Perfect. So I'm going to do it on appointment basis. I'm going to charge you $1 today. So I have you on file. And the second that I book you an appointment and you're happy with the quality, I'm going to charge you. So case by case, but handle it well. Never work for free because when you work for free, they don't take you seriously.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Layla.
So today I was in a call with a guy and he asked me a question. Do you ask a fisherman how to catch a fish or a fish? And he addressed that to me as to why am I doing all the work that I'm doing. and I stuttered. I didn't know what to do. But
Because I see the state of men today, men like yourself, and I feel pity.
I said that before he asked me that question.
And then he said, do you teach a man to fish or do you give him a fish?
No, he asked, do you ask a fisherman how to catch a fish or a fish?
Ah.
Well,
No, okay. You respond, well, then why haven't you asked the fisherman? Because clearly you don't know what you're doing. You have to hit them. He's hit you hard. You hit him harder, right? I'll respond to your question saying, so why can't you fish yet? Have you not found a fisherman to give you advice?
Okay. Yep. Okay. Also, today I already told that to Kian. Today I was called a fat ass, a boy, kind of on IG.
Say that again.
Today I was called a fat ass, a whale, and also one boy canceled me on IG, and I couldn't write him anything.
Welcome to business as a woman.
Yep, I understood that.
I told you this was going to happen.
Yep.
You okay with it?
We're going to talk about that tomorrow, please.
No worries. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah?
Okay.
Cool. But well done. Well done. Next question.
So I'm probably not allowed to use the questions you wrote today, right?
Ask a question.
So, wait, but you wrote them. Or...
No, you're not allowed to ask any of those fucking questions. Use your imagination.
Oh, all right.
Next one.
Oh, Ismael. I had a question. Lorenzo.
Ya.
¿Qué es la pregunta que le querías hacer?
Que por ejemplo, que si no alcanzo a cobrarle el 30% con las citas, ¿qué es lo que se puede hacer? ¿Cobrar más por cita?
¿Si qué?
Si no, o sea, lo que te dije, que si le cobro $700 por cita y con esa cita saca $30,000 de
¿Comisión?
Ajá, de comisión. ¿Ya me entendiste?
Sí. Ishmael. Lorenzo's question was, say like the first prepaid 5 appointments. You know how it's $700 for the appointment? What? He had a question like, once you prepay for the first five appointments.
Yeah.
He closes like, say the agent closes the first client for like 30K commission. So how would he charge that?
So the first 5 are paid, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you booked another 20 appointments and they closed the deal. He owes you the total amount of 20, right? So he owes you 20 appointments. So whatever price you agree, let's say it's $1,000. He owes you $20,000 because you booked 20 more appointments. Yeah. But the max you can take is 30%. So in that case, it would be 10,000 and the rest goes over.
And what do you mean by when it goes over?
So imagine if you agreed 1,000 per appointment. You booked an extra 20 appointments, right? He owes you 20,000, but he closes the deal and he only makes 20,000. We can't take all of his money. So the max we will take from his money is 30%. Any extra money he owes us goes to the next deal.
Okay. Ya. Sí, ya lo entendí. Más o menos, sí.
I understood it now.
Okay, perfect. So I'll see you guys on the next call, yeah?
Thank you, Ishmael.
Yeah. Thank you.